For most of this season, there was negative coverage of RJ Barrett. Despite him averaging 20 points per game, many Knicks fans as well as media were calling for RJ Barrett's minutes to be swallowed up by Quentin Grimes, Emmanuel Quickley, and Josh Hart. And this came right after RJ signed a 4-year, $107 million contract extension last offseason. Even early on in this playoffs, Stephen A. Smith called for his benching live on First Take, but RJ wouldn't let the hate get to him, and has been proving this playoffs he's a crucial piece for the Knicks. He was the Knicks' second leading scorer in the Cavs series at just over 17 points per game, and hit many big shots for them throughout the series. He was third in minutes played, behind only Brunson and Josh Hart, as Coach Thibs knew that RJ was key for them to win and couldn't take him off the floor. Something that often gets forgotten about his game is that RJ is a very good defender, and provides a two-way impact with his scoring and defense. He was one of the Knicks' 3 best players in this series, and is a huge reason that they advanced. He's used the disrespect and hate to fuel him, and Barrett is proving all the doubters wrong. Playing for the Knicks will never come without criticism, and it's been good to see Barrett overcome it. Now let's take a deeper look into RJ's first-round performance. Before we get into the redemption tour of RJ Barrett, if you enjoy my content and have watched a few videos of mine, think about subscribing. 96% of my viewers are actually not subscribed, so if you watched me before and enjoy the content, drop a sub and comment down below. It really helps the channel. RJ Barrett had done his best to tune out the outside noise. He was staying off social media, not letting the criticism find his ears or his eyes. But after Game 2, he couldn't help it. During his post-game interview, he could hear the television sets in the background, and there was ESPN's Stephen A. Smith ripping into him after a forgettable performance. Barrett insisted it didn't bother him. He's heard doubters for years, going back all the way to his days as a top-ranked high school prospect. "People didn't like me my whole life," he said, "so I didn't really care." Over the last 3 games, he quieted the criticism, producing on the big stage. Wednesday night, he was one of the key figures in the Knicks' 106-95 closeout victory over the Cavs, producing 21 points on 7 of 13 shooting, 4 rebounds and 4 assists after shining in the Knicks' 2 wins at the Garden over the weekend. He had arguably the biggest 2 baskets of Game 4, 5 straight points early in the fourth quarter to jumpstart a 15-6 run that gave the Knicks the lead for good. Now they are on to the Eastern Conference semifinals for the first time in a decade. "It's amazing, it's special," said Barrett, one of the longest tenured Knicks. "It's an honor, but we worked for it, been working for it, something we've tried to do especially since I got here." It's one of the 22-year-old Barrett's best qualities, his self-belief. He's able to move past poor performances and the criticism that comes with them. Some of that is the spotlight he's been in since his high school years. Having a father, Rowan Barrett, who's been around the game his entire life and is currently the general manager of the Canadian national team, helps too. Bad games are going to happen, it's the NBA. Everybody has bad days in life, RJ said. They're going to happen, it's really how you bounce back, how you try to play well or do things you need to do to be prepared constantly. 2 years ago in his playoff debut, Barrett struggled, averaging 14 points on 39% shooting in a 5-game series loss to the Hawks. But he learned a valuable lesson from that series, particularly how important every play is this time of the year. "I was playing it like a regular season game, but it's not," Barrett said, recalling his introduction to the playoffs. "Every little hustle play that you can make, whether you're there and somebody travels or you get a steal, all those little possessions, they help." Throughout this series, Barrett emphasized the importance of extra effort. The Knicks hit a different gear in their 4 wins, playing with an intensity the Cavaliers were unable to match. 2 years ago, it was the exact opposite. "We just did the same thing," Barrett marveled, thinking back to the disappointing result that Atlanta did to us. It's been a massive turnaround and growth both from RJ and from the Knicks as a whole. He's earning himself a key spot with the Knicks moving forward and is proving all the doubters wrong. Thanks for watching. I'm Herm. Have a good one.